So, I guess that you are looking for an inexpensive laptop that is cheap and will handle anything you want as a student. So, you have multiple demands. You want it to handle being thrown in a bag and forgotten and maybe sat on without it breaking. You want an amazing battery that is gonna last you the whole day. You wanna go from the first class to the last class without having to worry about your charger. You want it to stay charged all day. And not only do you want all of that, you want it to handle some basic tasks. You want it to handle gaming, you want it to handle some simple games and some documents and some project homework and some YouTube streaming and some Netflix streaming. You want everything in a package without paying a dime. Well, guess what? That is impossible. I'm just joking. Don't worry, I found you everything you need. I found you a cheap, amazing, inexpensive laptop for students. Well, actually, I found you 5 of them, just to make sure that you get to pick exactly what you need. So, coming up number 5, we have the Acer Chromebook Spin 11. This is the best convertible Chrome OS laptop you could get as a student. So basically, if you want a laptop that also serves as a tablet, then this is gonna be your best choice. It is convertible, meaning it turns into a tablet when you turn the screen 360 degrees. However, please have in mind it is not gonna be as light as most tablets, as it also has a keyboard with it and it's a little bit bigger, so it's gonna be a little bit heavier than your normal tablet. Other than that, it is amazing. Okay, so now we can talk about the features. It has an Intel Celeron N3150 processor, 1.6 GHz up to 2.08 GHz with Intel burst technology. Okay, so then we have the graphics, Intel HD graphics, and 4 GB of RAM, 32 GB of eMMC flash storage. Okay, so you may wonder, what is eMMC flash storage? It is a kind of storage that is faster than hard disk, a little bit slower than SSDs, but it is much more durable. So what's so cool about this technology is it is shock resistant. If you drop an HDD, it is gonna break, or if you drop your laptop that has an HDD in it, it will really easily break. However, eMMC is very shock and vibration resistant. And if you are thinking, what the hell am I gonna do with 32 GB, man? Don't worry, because these days you can buy a USB flash drive with up to 128 GB of storage just at around $20. Or you could also go for an external hard drive, which could easily hold up to 1 TB of space. And if you're worrying about something sticking out of your laptop, then don't, because you can put an SD card. You know, the one that you put in the camera, the same one, you can put it in your laptop and it's gonna work the same way. It gives you a big amount of storage, and that's another good solution. Okay, now let's move on to the display. It has an HD 11.6-inch display with high brightness, and it is an LED backlit IPS display. IPS panels are known to have the best color accuracy out of all panel types, and they also have the feature of amazing viewing angles. So if you are sharing this laptop with others and you want to share information with your students, your colleagues, this is going to be an amazing choice, because whatever angle they're looking at the laptop from, color quality will not drop. Whereas a normal display, if you look at it from the top, it's gonna go dark or something, or if you look at it from underneath, it's gonna go light. And the laptop has 10 hours of battery life and a Chrome operating system. So if you're worried about the Chrome operating system, don't be, because the Chrome OS is built by Google, the biggest company in the world right now, and it has the best virus protection and is target to much less hackers than Windows devices. So if you always get viruses and you're sick and tired of downloading antiviruses and trying to get rid of your viruses and end up formatting your computer and sending it to the shop to remove your viruses, then don't worry, because Chrome OS does not have that problem. The only downside with a Chrome OS is that you cannot download Windows programs, but you can download anything you want from Google Play Store. You have like 1 million apps or something, so they are more than enough, so don't worry about that. And you get to use Google Documents for free, unlike Microsoft where you have to pay every year. Google Documents backups it saves your files, it backs them up on Google Drive, everything is amazing. So coming up to number 4, we have the Acer Aspire E15 laptop. This is gonna have the best specs for your money in a laptop on this list. But in order for them to give you more specs at a smaller price, they had to cut down on some other components. The processor is an 8th generation Intel Core i3 8130U processor. It has 2.2 GHz and up to 3.2 GHz with Intel burst technology. It has Intel HD graphics 620, and it has 6 GB of RAM. Okay, now the good thing with this, it has 1 TB of storage. The bad thing is it is an HDD storage type, so if you've used SSDs before, it's gonna feel a little bit slower than SSDs. However, it is much more cost-effective space. On HDDs, you get much more space for a much lower price, and that's how they managed to give you all these specs in such a low price. The display is Full HD and it is 15.6 inches. And the operating system on this laptop is Windows 10 64-bit. The battery life on this thing is outstanding, so if battery life is very valuable to you, I definitely suggest you go with this one. It has 13 hours of battery life, so if you always forget your charger and you're always asking people if they have chargers, then don't worry about that no more. It has 13 hours of battery life. It will easily last you any day at work or at school or at university. And this laptop, it has Acer True Harmony, which ensures movies come to life, songs have more depth, and games are even more engaging. Okay, and if you would like playing games and you like playing multiplayer games maybe, this can easily handle top title games. As long as you push the settings down, it will handle them. But don't expect something crazy like 200 FPS. This is not a gaming laptop, but it has amazing specs and it can easily handle games like Dota, CSGO, Fortnite. But remember, it is not a gaming laptop, so don't expect very high FPS. If you put the settings down, you can definitely run some games. So as I said, the only downside in this laptop is it has an HDD, but if you love the speed and you want your laptop to boot very fast and everything, don't worry, you can also buy the bigger brother, the version with 500 GB of SSD, which will definitely be faster than the HDD. But it's also gonna cost you a little more. But honestly, like, loading speed is not more of a necessity, it is more of a luxury, and if you would like that luxury, you're gonna have to invest a little bit more for the SSD version. So coming up number 3, we have the best durable and rugged laptop. So if you want something rugged and durable that won't break, this is definitely gonna be your best choice. It is the Asus Chromebook C202. This laptop has a military grade design, meaning it is the most rigid laptop you are gonna get. It is near bulletproof. And it also has a spill resistant keyboard, meaning if you are clumsy and you always spill your coffee on your laptop, don't worry, this will handle it. Okay, now let's talk about the specs. It has an Intel Celeron N3060 processor up to 2.48 GHz, and the graphics is Intel HD graphics with 4 GB of RAM, and the storage is 64 GB of eMMC flash storage. Display is 11.6 inches with anti-glare. So if you worry about straining your eyes, anti-glare gives less strain on your eyes, so it's a little bit better for that. And it is an HD display, which means you can enjoy the colors and the HD quality. Okay, other than that, it has a 180-degree display rotation, which is very good for sharing. You can make the laptop flat and it's going to be amazing for sharing with groups of students or other colleagues where you want to share your ideas. It's good for that. And it is drop proof, meaning you don't have to worry about it. You can throw it in your bag, you can sit on your bag by mistake, maybe throw your bag somewhere without you remembering that it has a laptop. It will withstand all of that without breaking. Unless, of course, you are the most unlucky person on earth. And other than that, it has a 10-hour battery life, meaning it should handle your full day. Coming up in number 2, we have the Acer Chromebook 514. This is the best overall Chrome operating system laptop. It has an Intel Celeron N3450 processor up to 2.2 GHz. The graphics is Intel HD Graphics 500. It has 4 GB of RAM, 64 GB of eMMC flash storage, and the display is a 14-inch IPS panel Full HD display. And as we mentioned before, IPS panels have amazing color accuracy and they have very wide viewing angles, so whatever angle you view them from, it is not going to change the color quality. It has a Chrome OS and it has 12 hours of battery life. And what else is amazing about this thing? It has a full touch screen up to 10 finger support. So unless you're an alien and you have more than 10 fingers, then this touch display is going to be more than enough for you. So as we mentioned before, Google Chrome operating system have an amazing virus protection, and it's extremely unlikely to get any type of viruses. And Google Sheets is completely free, and it has an auto save feature, and it backs up all your files on Google Drive to make sure you don't lose your hard work. What else is cool about Chrome operating systems is you get 100 GB of storage on Google Drive. That means you get an extra 100 GB of online storage. This laptop has no cons whatsoever, it's amazing in every aspect. Coming up in number 1 is the Asus VivoBook L203MA. This is the best budget-friendly Windows 10 laptops for students, pupils, scholars, you name it. It is a very cheap and good choice. It has an Intel Celeron N4000 processor with up to 2.6 GHz. The graphics is Intel HD Graphics 600. It has 4 GB of RAM, 64 GB of eMMC flash storage, and it has a 14-inch Full HD IPS panel with full touch screen. So you have another IPS panel with a full touch screen, meaning amazing color quality, wide viewing angles. The only downside with this thing is the operating system is Windows 10 in S mode. This means that you can only download things from the Microsoft App Store. You cannot get things as you would on a normal Windows 10 PC. But that also has its upsides. It means you cannot download anything except for from Microsoft Office, meaning you will never get any virus problems or infected PCs, and it's less likely to have any infections or viruses. And the battery life is also amazing. It has a 10-hour battery life. Okay, so this thing is extremely portable, it has a good battery life, it is very cheap, it has Asus Splendid display technology and Asus True to Life display technology, so the display is amazing. It is very lightweight, meaning it won't break on the first drop, and it is smaller than an A4 paper. So this laptop comes with 1 year of Microsoft Office, and it is a very well known and reviewed product. It is extremely well known and reviewed. It has very positive reviews. The only negative reviews are people complaining that it is in S mode, but I told you about that, so be aware it is in Windows 10 S mode. Other than that, it is an amazing laptop and I would definitely go for it. Like, this is definitely the best budget choice. And as I said before in this video, don't worry about storage in these laptops. You can always get a USB with 128 GB of space. You can get a micro SD card which you put into the slot in the laptop, or you could also have an external hard drive which also will go up to 1 TB of space or even more if you want. So if I was of any help in picking your laptops and you found the best laptop for you, then please make sure you like and subscribe and comment below. My promise to you is I did hours and hours of research and I found you the best options. I even wrote a 4,000 word blog about it, so don't worry about it, just go for it. And I wish you a nice day.